Hey there, YouTube. I know I haven't uploaded much recently, but I wanted to just wish you guys a happy 2017. Regardless of your opinions on 2016. Uh, if you want to ask about mine, it was alright. Politics-wise, we got the person I voted for in. I didn't really examine the candidates, though, so I can't really say that I voted for them rather than my mom voted 3 times. But he should be a good dude. Should be reasonable and run the country well. Regarding the activities of the lowest common denominator, they confuse me. And by the lowest common denominator, I mean the people I talked about in my last rant video, in my first rant video, thinking about it. My first and only rant video. So, yeah, they confuse me as a whole. I feel like it's some trend that I, as an old man, can't follow. Like, I saw on a thread in SMW Central, self-oppression? And that makes zero sense. Like, seriously, 0% sense. Firstly, how does one oppress themselves? Going by the definition of the word oppression, let's look that up on dictionary real quick. Dictionary.com. The exercise of authority or power in a burdensome, cruel, or unjust manner. How do you do that to yourself? Or definition number 4 of the noun oppression on dictionary.com as of this video. The feeling of being heavily burdened, mentally or physically, by troubles, adverse conditions, anxiety, etc. I can understand overburdening yourself, but why not just call it that? Why call it self-oppression? That makes no goddamn sense. Anyways, I think I've ranted enough about that. To talk about my own actions this year, what I did, what I played, I got a hacked 3DS. Like, I didn't hack my 3DS that I owned. I bought a new old 3DS XL. And I know that that sentence probably made about as much sense as self-oppression, but what I mean is I went to an EB Games and I said, show me your 3DSs. They said, okay. I said, show me your refurbished 3DS game. So I opened them both up, turned them both on, I went into the system settings and I looked at their firmware number. And I found one that I could use, and I hacked it. With my existing Sky 3DS that I had bought, and Cubic Ninja. If you want to do so yourself, it's easy to look up and find out. I'm not going to put a link in the description because I expect you to be smarter than Time Loop. But, you know all the bosses from the Paper Mario series? I basically put all those into a single game. And by forum game, I mean it's play by post, and I made some PHP art to go along with it, like this. Each of these values is dependent on the URL in let me bring up Notepad. Here's the URL. You can see here we have a value called BG, and it's set to spaghetti. If we set it instead to wood zone and go like this, we find out that my my capture software is slightly off-center. We find out that it has the wood zone background from Sonic 2 Beta, because it blah. And if we modify other values in here, then we can change how the card lays stuff out. I also did these health bars, and this image right here. Oh hey, that's on screen. You can change the red, green, and blue values of the gloves and the pants to whatever you want. Likewise for all the rest of them. And by all the rest of them, I mean everyone who's not playing as Zero and not Flaming Rock. By the way, this Sam, this guy's named Sam, he's also playing as Zero. This is not a PHP image, this is just a regular animated GIF. But Bass, Green Knuckles, Megaman, and Protoman, they're all PHP images. They can all, well, not this Protoman, but anyways, I did all that with PHP, including the life bars. As you can see, you know what, why don't I just put this up? I'd like to thank Reskla for being a bro. What else have I done? I updated the PHP used in Time Loop to support experience systems. And that's it for that. Also, I'm just showing shit off now. If you see this right here, this is all PHP. Mine looks a little bit more fleshed out. These are all text fields, they're not number fields. So you can set any text here that you want. as stat 1 buff. You can see res has a buff, and stat 1 through 7 debuff. You can see that speed has a debuff. The health bar will transition from green to yellow to red as you get lower and lower health. And the MP bar can be whatever color you want. So I did that. I did not do this hoverbox coating. That was light vein. I did do these health bars. These are two separate images. So what this means is each of these cats has 20, let's get a calculator up, 20 times 166 minus 9 is 3,311 health at the moment. Similarly, this snow dancer here, she has 200 health. And I did health bars for other threads in amalgamation as well. I could show that off, but I'm not going to. And I have a project that I'm making in RPG Maker. And I'm excited about it. I've been excited about it for a year or so. Probably longer than that, actually. And it's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest related, which is why I chose to have this part of my SMWC layout as the beginning and end photo of this video. So, this right here is a flail. You'll see it in that game. Eventually. Not the demo. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. That's about all. I do want to tell people about this project of mine that I'm making in RPG Maker because a friend of mine has already stated that she's interested in seeing the demo, just on a purely conceptual level. And that got me thinking, there was a market for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest remastered by Dark Design. So why don't I do this, but I'm not going to say it's exactly Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. But people who enjoyed that game will, I assume, enjoy this game immensely that I'm making. But first I need to remake my Final Fantasy Mystic Quest forum game into RPG Maker and provide a demo of that, and etc., etc., etc. So I'm gonna do that first before I make my personal game. And really, that was the first thing I wanted to do, is fix up Dark Design's Mystic Quest Remastered. Make a better version of that for free. So that'll be the first thing I release a demo of. And yeah, that's what I've done, that's what I plan to do. That's my resolution for 2017. You heard it here first. So, I'd like to echo what I said in the beginning of the video. I hope you enjoy 2017. Regardless of your feelings about 2016, regardless of your feelings about all the topics I've mentioned so far in the video, regardless of your feelings about the state of the world, your anxiety, regardless of any and everything that might be holding you back. Get out there, do what you can, and help people. Through helping people, make this world a place you want to live in. That's all I ask of you, my viewers. Through helping people, make this world a place you want to live in. I know there isn't many of you, but I hope you do. This is sort of a personal video, kind of trumpeting my own achievements. But I don't really have much else of importance to talk about that's coming to mind at the moment. I can't go that high, I'm sorry. Later, YouTube.